Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today is June 8th, 2020, and we are going to grow some watermelon in this tent. So I cleaned up my hydroponic vegetable, so I shifted things around, and now I have more space to grow things. And because in here it gets so hot, it's a little bit difficult to grow other plants, so I thought maybe watermelons will work because they do love heat. And we are going to grow it in soil because I haven't done soil in a while, so that's what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and go get our plant, and then we're going to put them in here and grow it and see if we can get watermelon to use this summer. Alright guys, we have everything ready here. I have my watermelon plant, and I started this a while back. I forgot, maybe 3 weeks ago, along with some other ones that I am growing in the raised bed right now. And I did it for the purpose of saving one to grow inside, and it's been outside for a while, so I need to inspect the plant for pests, maybe spray it down before we take it inside. And always use clean grow bags or grow whatever grows tray or pots you're using. Make sure they're nice and clean, because when you take them inside, if there's pests, it's going to be a big problem. And then I'm going to use this Pro Mix here. It's a great type of soil because it's very soft, so it's allow water to drain easily and allow roots to move around easily, and that will assist with growth. And I may add some of these cow manure right here by Black Cow. Mix them all together, and then we're going to put our plant in. So let me go ahead and add the soil. Alright guys, first I'm going to add some of these compost right here that I made, and these are basically the remains of microgreens that I grow, and those are the leftover soil along with the roots, and it has broken down, so I'm gonna put that in there. See, these are their, see, there's leftover seeds and roots and stuff like that, so those are good organic compost. Okay, now I'm gonna add some Pro Mix. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some of these manure and compost. And this is a very heavy type of soil, so it does allow water to stick to the soil and stay wet longer. Okay, you don't want too much of those because it'll make your soil too heavy, and it could retain water like a pool, so you don't want that. And then add a little bit of the raised bed mixed, just, you know, to have a soil to fill in. And then we're going to fill the rest with Pro Mix. Okay, we are done, so we need to treat the plant. Get some neem oil and just spray it. Also spray under the leaves too. So spray it everywhere, make sure there's nothing in there. Okay, and then, you know, use your hand to rub it in there. We just have to be very careful. There's like no aphids and stuff like that in here. Okay, now we're ready to transplant, so let's go ahead and put the plant in there. Okay, there you have it. Now let's give it some water. Okay, and the good thing with this is we have the tray right there, so we can actually bottom water later as the plant grows. Alright guys, here it is. The plant is ready under my tent, And you're probably wondering why I have this tobacco plant right there. This tobacco plant is actually producing flowers, so I need some seeds. Also, this is an amazing plant because the leaves are so sticky, and if there are fungus nests that come out of here and they fly onto there, they'll get stuck and they'll die. So it's a good way to kind of like get rid of some gnats. Not all of them, but just some. So we'll be back soon, and I will let you see when the plants grow a little bit more. All right, it has been exactly 8 days and my watermelon is doing amazing. I think it doubled in size since the last 8 days, and my tobacco plant fell over because I had the garage open and a gust of wind just blew and snapped the plant right there. But it's okay, all I need is to get the seeds out of there. And let's take a closer look at the watermelon. I think I saw, look, a little fruit right there. So that little melon, yeah, hopefully it will take, and that will become a sugar baby. Man, I'm really excited because it's growing really fast. In just 8 days that we brought it in here, it is just doing amazing. Okay, it has been 19 days and the watermelon is growing a lot more, and also the plants around it are growing a lot more. And my tobacco plant, the seed pods are almost ready to be picked, so I will have a bunch of seeds for those. And then my watermelon is producing some watermelons. We have this one right here, and then I have another one over here, and this one is actually bigger, and it is right there. I'm not sure you can see it. It's kind of mixed in right here, right there. So this one is getting pretty big, so I'm gonna leave it right there. I don't want to move it too much, and I think there would be a few more sprouting out, so it's crawling outside of the container now, which is good because I want it to do that. I'm gonna want it to fill up the whole tent if it could. And I gave it the first big watering today. I just put this much water, and then I poured through, and then it came out to the bottom a little bit, but yeah, the soil was completely dry. So in the tent, I guess you don't have to water too much. Just make sure you monitor the soil. You can use your hand, kind of like dig into there, and if about 3 or 4 inches of the soil is dry, definitely it needs some watering. It's best to water from the bottom, but it's fine if you just pour water from the top and it'll drain out to the bottom anyway. So that's it. That is how it looks for 19 days, and we will come back soon once the fruits get bigger, and I will give you guys an update. Alright guys, it has been exactly 42 days now, and my watermelon is doing great. But you can also see the tent is filling up nicely with a bunch of other things. So I'll give you a sneak peek of what I'm doing. I'm propagating tomatoes. You see here, you see all those roots? And I'm also doing some bunch over here. Look at all those roots. So these are all propagated. I started a bunch of peppers over there as well, and then this is also a propagated cucumber, and I just threw it in here with a little cup right there, and look how fast it's growing. It's going all the way in there, so I'm just gonna let it go crazy. But anyway, here is my watermelon plant. My tobacco there, I chopped it up in half, and it's coming back. But here it is. It is not looking very good, and it did produce like 4 to 5 fruits, but I cut them all off because I just want one watermelon to grow really big, and I want it to grow fast. So here it is right here. It keeps putting out more watermelon as it grows, but I heard people told me that if you let too many watermelons grow on one single vine, they don't get very big. So I chopped it all off except one. So this one probably has a bit of time left, maybe another 15 to 20 days before I can actually harvest it. But it is doing great. And I didn't show you guys the watering process, but it's pretty simple. Every 4 to 5 days I check the soil, and if it's about you know, from here down, from the top, it gets really dry, I water it. And I try to keep the soil as so with a constant moisture, but not too extremely wet all the time, and that way the plant can grow nicely. And sometimes I water from the bottom also, just to make sure that everything is nicely moistened in there. And it's growing great. It has 4 vines. See, it grows out there, and then this one here, and then that one over there. But here is my light setup. That is the Spider Farmer SF4000, and also the Spider Farmer tent right here. It's a great setup. Everything has been working amazing. All my plants loved it. And look at this, my peppers right here. Man, they are looking awesome. So that is it, guys. That is all for my watermelon video. I didn't get as many big fruits as I would like, but I may try again in the future. But in this tent right now, in the summer of Texas, the temperature is like probably close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is not a good thing to grow in the summer right now. So what I usually do is I turn on the light in the evening, and then also it turns off in the morning. That way the heat of the summer in the peak of the day doesn't beat down and, you know, kind of intensify the heat. But also I suggest that you hang a fan. This fan here is like around 13 bucks on Amazon, and it does an amazing job. You see, I just hang it with one zip tie, and it blows onto this unit here, and it keeps it much cooler, because without the fan you cannot touch it. So with the fan you can slightly touch, I mean, you can put your hand on it, and you can feel the heat, but it doesn't burn your hand. So I highly recommend having a fan or something to blow onto the unit. Not only will it cool the unit, but also it will keep your light growing strong, and, you know, longevity, and, you know, it'll last longer. So just keep it cool, just like a computer. You know, you have those heat sink to keep your CPU cool, and that keeps your machine going longer. So that is what I recommend. So that is it, guys, for my video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below. And maybe in the future, if you guys would like, I will do a follow-up video and taste that watermelon. I'll see you again in the next video.